Welcome back, my dear students. Today we are going to talk about a new topic, which is the production possibility curve. The production possibility curve. And actually, the production possibility curve is one of the main important topics in the economic because it study is based on assumptions. Assumptions means that we put for simplifying in the economic models, they put some of the variables, they make them constants. They by simple meaning, like they ignore the existence of these variables. Then they only test one or two variables together so that we can get out results from this or conclusions. So basically, the economic models are based on assumptions. Assumptions means it's something very close to the facts, and at the same time it's assuming, or what we call it, the hypothesis. Or hypothesis means that you assume something, okay, or try to find out a relationship between two variables. So then you want only to study those two variables, you want to put the other things constant, though they are not constant, but you try to let them like constant. As example, when we say we are studying the relationship between the temperature and the sales of the ice cream, logically everyone will say when the temperature go higher and the weather is very hot, then the sales of the ice cream will be more and more. That's right. So those are two variables. In the economic, the model means I will study only those two variables together. I won't study other variables. What do you think in real life? Only the temperature will affect about the sales of the ice cream? No, there are a lot of things else that can affect the sales of the ice cream, but it's not only the temperature. As example, people's moods, people's taste, the willing to buy, if there are another alternates or no. If you have a far distance to go walking for 2 kilos, why should you go? Then even the effort that the consumer will do to reach to this to the item or whatever he want to buy, all these variables are there. We didn't ignore them, totally ignored, but we pretend that they are not there because we want only to study the relationship between the temperature and the sales of the ice cream. This is the model, and this is what we call by the word assumptions. Assumptions, ASSUMPTIONS, means that you try to study relationship between two variables. One of them is dependent and the other one is independent, to reach to a relationship between them, whether there is a relationship or no. Anyhow, our assumption in the probability or in the production possibility curve is that the society only produce two products, that's A and B. Let me go to the board and show in details what the meaning of production possibility curve. Let me show this. Then we'll go from there to another example. We'll go for an example from this. From this point, we'll go to an example. Okay, so it's PPC, 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 which stands for production, PRODUCTION, possibility, POSSIBILITY, curve, CURVE. Production possibility curve. Production possibility curve. So it's based on the assumption, like we said, assumption that the country, any country or any nation, produce only two products. It depends on a principle that's called Pareto principle. Pareto principle, and we will come to study and know what the meaning of the Pareto principle. Pareto means the share. Whatever I take, if I'm and you, we are both eating one slice of pizza, one piece of pizza, then if I take the half, what's left for you is the other half. If I take the 3 quarters, left for you only 1 quarter. Now you will know what the meaning of Pareto when I start talking about the model. So PPC or production possibility curve usually is a concave curve. Concave, like this. It usually takes this figure. It's a concave. Other points in this model is that any point on this model, any point on the model is a good solution. Here or here or here or here, whatever. It's very good. We said that the society is producing product A and product B. Those are the only two products in the whole society, and this is the assumption which I was talking about. This is the assumption. It's in fact, real in fact, no. Any society is producing hundreds of millions of products or hundreds of thousands of products. But for simplifying, because we want to study the relationship between those two products only, then came the model. So the model is based, any model is based on assumption. Assumption. That is, just I try to ignore the other products. I'm ignoring here the hundred of millions of products, but just studying only those two products and their effect. Okay. Any point on the curve, that's fine. Any point on the curve, that's very good because it means that I'm working with the total capacity which is available for me at the moment. But I just want you to take care. Look at this. Here, 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 here. All these points are not optimal points. Means that this society is not using his resources 100% or as supposed to be. The society is not using the overall resources. There are there is waste in some of the resources of this society, but they cannot work with the full capacity. Take any meaning from this, it means the same thing. Any point out of the curve into inside here. Okay, into inside here. How about here? Those points. These points, or let us make it with another color so it will be clear for you guys. Let's make it with another color. Let's make it with the red color. And even the red is good for it because this is impossible. Like Elvis saying, it's impossible. It's impossible. Those points are very impossible because that means that the society will work with over its capacity. Never. No one society can reach to these points because this means that I'm just dreaming. I'm just dreaming because this is over more than the resources which the society. I'm talking about the points in orange here. That means that the society is not working with its own. The society is dreaming because this is more than, like as example, I cannot run and I'm dreaming to be the winner of the championship of running of the marathon. I'm not able even to do anything, and I'm just dreaming. Here, this is a dreaming points for any society, the orange one, because this is over the capacity and over the resources of the society. But here on the black points, it's the opposite because these points mean the society is not working with its full capacity. And that means also that the society, some of the resources in this society is not well used to the 100% capacity. Okay, this was the first point which I want to talk about. Come, let's go to the what we came for today and what we will come to know about the production possibility curve. Let's move on here and see. So we have here as example, we have two kinds of, let's say, the hams and the computers. The society here is deciding in between the hamburger, producing hamburger units or producing computers. So we have the ham 1900, 600, 0, and we have the computers 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's go and put the diagram here on the board and check out what we can say here. So I will share the screen for you guys first. Sorry about that. I will share the screen. Okay, here we are. This is the example which I'm talking about. We will talk now about the, so he gave me examples like ham. The ham is 1,900, 600 hamburger, and those are computers. And the computers are zero computer, means I'm not producing anything here. I'm producing one computer, I'm producing two computers, I'm producing three computers. Okay, and we said that the society is only, this society is only producing those two products only, the ham, the hamburger, and the computers. Okay, let's see now what I will do in this situation, what I will do here. What is the question is, so this is giving data, this all giving data, and the question is draw the PPC and determine the opportunity cost. Okay, determine when will be a shift in the PPC. So we'll check out when will be a shift in the PPC or when only. There are two kinds of shifts. Shift for the whole curve, like we will come to know this now. The whole curve will move, or I will move from a point to a point on the same curve. So we have two kinds of movement. The movement for the whole curve, when something changed like technology or all the resources are totally changed, revolution, everything, then the whole curve will move. But moving from a point to another point on the curve, this is another issue. Let's see now how we will draw it and how we will come to these topics one by one. Okay, here now we have the hands and the computers. So we will draw here. We can say here 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and here is 1,000. This is the ham, and those are the computers, COMPUTERS, and those are the computers. So he's saying on the limit of the hams 1,000, the computers are zero. So the point 1,000 for the ham and point zero for the computers. Zero for the computers means I won't move like this here way. Anyway, so the computers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And watch out when you are working. I'm just back. I will repeat this back because I was sharing so the screen was small. I just want to grow this, enlarge the screen. Now I repeat back. This is repeated. So I will put the ham on the vertical curve and I will put the computers on the horizontal curve. And from the data which I'm having computers from 1 to 6. And I'm having, or from 1 to 3, but I make it to 6. And I'm having the ham from 0 to 1,000 units of ham. Now, the first point is, like he told me here in the example, the first point, let us check it, is 1,000 ham and 0 computers. 1,000 ham and 0 computer. That's fine. Okay, 1,000 ham, the ham is here on the vertical. So this is the point of the 1,000. And 0 computers means here. I cannot move. 0 computers means I didn't produce anything, right? Okay. Now let's move to the second point. The second point he said is 900 ham. 900 ham is here. This is the first point. Second point is 900 ham and 1 computer. Okay, so this is the 900 ham and this is the 1 computer. They meet each other here. Okay, this is from the example. Let me show you the example back. Let me share the screen back and show you the example. So it will be live with you. Here we go. The ham is 1,000 and the computer is 0. Then the ham is 900 and the computers are 1. That's what I did. That's what I already did here. Okay, and now 602. Let me stop share back. 600 for ham and 2 for computers. 600 for ham. Ham will be the 600 for ham. This is 600 for ham. And how many for computers? Let us see. Let us see. 600 for ham and 2 for computers. So we have here 600 for ham and 2 for computers. Here's the point. Here, 600 come with a 2 and this part. Then the last one is 0 ham and 3 computers. 0 ham means nothing here. 0 ham, 3 computers. So 0 ham, nothing here, and 3 computers is here. That's fine. So what? So I will conduct those points together, making a concave curve like this way. So I draw now, this is the first thing which he asked, the first request. He said, draw the production possibility curve. And here we go. We draw the production possibility curve. And here, if you see, even in the notes, I put it for you in the notes so that you can know it. Here we go. On the level of 1000 ham, 0 computers. So this is 1000 with 0 computers. That's what he gave. On the level of 900 ham, there are 1 computer. 900 ham with 1 computer. They meet each other here. Here it is. Here it is. Let me clear it more with the another pen. As example here, 900 ham, and here is only 1 computer, like this way. 900 ham with 1 computer. Here we go. Okay. Then with 600 ham, 2 computers. That is 600 ham, we have 2 computers. That is this point, like this way. Then finally, with 0 ham, 3 computers. So 0 ham means I won't go up here. Nothing up. 0 ham, 0. But there are 3 computers. This is the point here. Then what I did, I conduct these points together, making a concave curve. It looks like a concave. Concave, C-O-N-C-A-V-E. The curve is concave. So this is the PPC. This is the PPC, production possibility curve, for producing 2 products only. And this, like we said, based on the assumptions. Okay, now I want to count something is called the opportunity cost. What is the opportunity cost? Let us see what we can say about the opportunity cost. I said determine when will be a shift in the PPC and draw and determine the opportunity cost. Let us see the opportunity cost means what. And we'll check out. So here we go. Here is when we draw these points here and conduct the curve like I show you in the board. Now let us go to this point, which is production possibilities schedule. That's what we will do here. Actually, it means how many units you sacrifice with in favor of, in simple words, how many units you sacrifice with A in favor of producing B. So let me apply here on the board first, then from there you can go, we can go. Let's see what's the meaning of the opportunity cost. But let me tell you first, what do we mean by the opportunity cost? In simple words, away from the PPC and this and that. Okay, I'll stop sharing again, and I will go to the main board, and I will ask you simply, what do we mean by the word opportunity cost? Because all the people, we don't use it in the proper way. What is the meaning? Or we know its meaning, or we know how it is, but we don't understand it totally. Or maybe economically, we can't understand it very well. It means the chance that you lost. or with what you sacrificed in favor of what. Now, let me give you an example about the opportunity cost, and I will go back to the board. Let's say it's your exam time. Let's say it's your exam time. Okay, exam time. Let's say you are currently working $100 per hour or per day, per day. This is work. You are work with $100 per day. Okay, $100 a day. And you are a student in the same time studying, and you are studying. Perfect. You need time to study, and you want to take 5 days off from your work. You need to study, and you need to take 5 days off of your work. You don't want to go to work because you want to focus on studying. Because if you didn't do that, you won't be able to go to the exam. In that case, you will sacrifice with $500, which is 5 days you will stop working. 5 days you will stop working. Each day will cost you, will damage you in $100. So you will lose $500 because you will stop working for 5 days. Why it is? Because this is the opportunity cost in favor of you sacrifice with this $500, you sacrifice with 5 days of working in favor of studying, in favor of studying. Same thing we will do here. The society will sacrifice with some units in favor of producing another units. And that is what we call it Pareto. Pareto. If you imagine like this is a slice of pizza. So the part you take, you will take this part, then I lose this part. I lose the other part. I lose the unshaded part. Or the opposites. If you, the more you take, the less I will take. If it is between me and you only, if we are sharing this pizza together. So the more I will take, the less you will take. Same thing here. This is the opportunity cost. So let's say how I can calculate the opportunity cost here in this example. How can I calculate it? Like now, when there is 1,000 and there is zero, that's fine. Okay. If the society moved from producing 1,000 ham and down to 900 ham, okay, but so the society would sacrifice with 100 ham in favor of producing one extra computer, for producing one computer. Okay, then the opportunity cost of 100 ham is one computer, right? And you can say the opposite. You can say the opportunity cost of producing one computer is 100 ham. So this is how it works. Now the society will move on from, as example, from 1,000 to 600. So he would sacrifice with 400 from 1,000 to 600. He would sacrifice with 400 units of computers in favor of producing what? Producing two computers. He would sacrifice with 400 ham in favor of producing what? Producing two computers, because the 600 here by the two here, producing two computers. So it depends on the Pareto. The Pareto means saying, for me, the Pareto's principle is saying, what I will take, you will lose. The two, imagine two persons are eating one pizza, and it will come in your brain very easily. That's what I will take is what you will lose. This is the idea. This is the same idea here. So this is the production probability curve. Now let's move on to another idea in the production probability curve and see another example. Here is another example or example two. I didn't talk yet about the movement of the curve. The movement of the curve, let me say about it now. The totally move of the whole curve will move only if the society is having more resources, higher technology, things like revoluted, something like a revolution that will happen in everything, in all the factors of production. So the capacity of this society will increase, so the curve will increase, the curve will move or make a shift outward. Okay? So this is okay. Uh, Here also an example, but it's the same idea, the two products. This is what I was talking about, that this is impossible, this is bad points because I'm not using all my resources. A and B and C on the curve are very good points because I'm using the maximum resources of this society. But B here, I'm partially wasting some of the resources of this society. And the point Y is impossible to recognize. I cannot do it because I don't have this curve is the maximum of the resources which I have when you are moving outside. So here is out of resources, means it's more than our energy and more than our capacity. We cannot recognize or we cannot realize or we cannot achieve this point. Okay, and the movement of the curve, like I'm telling you, when there's something something very strong that will move the whole curve outside, revolution, more industries, more, the capabilities of the economic is moving it forward. Okay. Okay, also there is another example here, and I just want you to take a chance. It's the same thing. So, like as example, if you draw it, when you draw it, you will draw here A 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and B, you will draw 50, 45, the same example like in front of you on the board. Then the opportunity cost is what you sacrifice with in favor of the other. But how I can calculate it from here from the table exactly? It's like the marginal, exactly like the marginal. Like as example, here 0, you didn't sacrifice with anything because only you will produce 50 from B and 0 from A. You didn't sacrifice anything. Okay. So the opportunity cost for A is 0 here because it's already 0. Look at this. When you come to move on to produce 1 unit of B, okay, and this is 45 of 1 unit of A, and you have already 45 of B, then what you sacrifice of is 50 minus 45. That will come to 5 units. Here, the 35 units minus 45, then you sacrifice with 10, the 10 of B. So it's opportunity cost for A because you sacrificed with B to produce A. So it's opportunity cost for A. That's the meaning. Again, I would say. Now, this is A column, and this is B column, and you're going downward, and this will be given for you. I'm saying the opportunity cost for A, right? Okay, here as example. Here as example. It's what you sacrifice with B in favor of producing A. What you sacrifice with B. How many units I sacrifice with B? I sacrifice with 5 units. Those 5 units. From where I got this 5 units, it's 50. This 50 minus 45, it will give me 5. It will give me 5. 50 minus 45, it will give me 5. In favor of what? In favor of the producing 1 unit of A. I want you to go on the same, like the end, till the end, and say to yourself, okay, I here sacrifice with 10 units of B in favor of producing 2 units of A. So the opportunity cost for A is, like you see here, 10 units of B. To produce 2 units of A, I will sacrifice with 10 units of B because B here was 45. Now B is 35, and so on. The same thing for the rest of the schedule or the table. So here as example, this 15, we say here, the 15 is you sacrifice with 15 units of B in sake of producing 3 units of A. So this is the opportunity cost of A is 15 units of B. Here, 20 units of B. 20 minus 0 is 20. And here we say that I sacrifice 4 units of A to produce, sacrifice was 20 units of B to produce 4 units of A. Same idea. Okay. And the same idea of moving the curve. So finally, let me tell you, before the end of this class or lecture, finally, let me tell you, explain the reasons for the movement or the shift of the PPC curve. Why does the, or what are the cases in which the PPC curve move outward or inward? Let's see it on the board. And I'll stop sharing and we'll go to the board back and see it. That will be fine. So usually the society, if they have two, there are two reasons for the outward shift. Outward shift. There are two reasons of PPC. There are two reasons. The first reason is this is increase of factors of production, factors. And what are the factors of production when they increase? The factors of production are the land, capital, management or entrepreneur, and labor. Labor, the labor, LABOR or LABOUR, and the labor. Those are the factors of production. Okay, we now knew the first reason for the movement of the curve. For the movement of the curve is increase in the factors of production for any society. Increase in the factors of production. So it will move like this outwards to this new. Okay, this movement by this way. This is the first reason. So lands of this society or natural resources or land increased, capital increased in the society, the capital increased, the management became better and better and better, and the last one is the labor. The labor skills are higher. So any one of those four reasons can help in the outshiftward of the society into the new situation, this situation. From, as example, from this D1 or D to D1, or E to E1, or C to C1, or X to X1. The whole curve will move. The second reason is increase in technology. The increase in the technology level. This also is able to change the shift the curve outward. This is another reason for shifting the curve outward. So we have two reasons: the factors of production or the technology. Those two together or any of them can cause the PPC to move outside, to move outward. That means more resources for this society, and he can use it and he work on it and put his points on those optimal points. Thank you so much for listening and see you again. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.